Hi, I'm Brenda Yoho. Welcome to Solution Saturday. I missed doing my Solution Saturday last Saturday because I was a little bit in shock. I lost a friend who was a colleague of mine who I've known for a very long time. And I was shocked because I had just sent a message to her telling her how sorrow had filled my heart with reading her message of the loss of her father. And I was so saddened by that message because I know how much she loved her family and how family oriented she is. She was only 54 years old, and hearing the news of her passing was just shocking to me. She was an individual who was always smiling and doing stuff for other people, and she had such a fulfilling life. I met her when I first became an assistant principal and first started in my leadership role. And I learned so much from her, and we did so many things together. I started in one school district with her, and then I asked her to come and join me in a different school district. And I had that opportunity because I had talked with my superintendent, and she had done some work with us, and I told him how impressed I was with her, and one thing led to another, and she joined us. And then she had moved on to another school district, and my superintendent changed, and life kind of changed anyway. But I still kept in contact with her, and I watched her little boy grow up, and through pictures and being able to see posts and different things, and I was sad. So I want to talk today about it's okay to have feelings like that, and to notice when colleagues do have those feelings, and to give them a little time and a little space to feel that way. And also for children, we see that people lose people and they have that sadness, and it's okay to give them that season of grief, and let them have that opportunity to have that time to heal. And I needed that. I didn't realize how much I needed that, but I did. I needed to step back for just a moment and just grieve a little bit. See, I had an accident in 2010, and since that time, my emotions have been injured. So I've not been able to cry. So I really can't express emotions like I used to before 2010. So when I feel a loss like that, it's different for me than it was before the accident. So it is hard to explain to other people, because I can express some emotions sometimes in different ways, but not like I used to. I guess I become a little bit more animated now because I know that I need to be over the top sometimes. So it's like having an actress now kind of life, but I'm not really acting, but I am, because I know I need to show those expressive attitudes and things at different times. And I was so self-conscious of it early on. It seems like I was always explaining to people, I know you're trying to expect me to have a certain reaction, but I can't do it. So this is what I'm doing. It's because of my brain injury. I was always explaining that because you can't see it. So I think that's what kids feel like in the classroom. You can't see the trauma that they have and then what they're feeling, but they're trying to express that. And they do that in different ways. They do it with outbursts sometimes at the strangest moments, but something triggers something in them. And that's when it comes out. We never know when it's going to come out, but it does. And we have to respect that and be ready for it. So I had a delightful conversation with a woman that I'll talk about later as we progress through some of these things. But she lost a child to suicide. And I don't know what that feels like to lose a child to suicide. I do know how it feels to lose a student to suicide. And I always tell students and families that I thank them for sharing their children with with me and with us as a school, because there are children too. I take full responsibility, and I treat them like I would my own child. So I do know what it feels like in that capacity. So, but I can't imagine losing my own child to suicide. And it was because of depression and some battles that he was having. And so, parents, I want you to be watching and looking for those signs of depression and tips and being able to see a change in behavior and communicate with your children's teachers. I don't care if it's not cool to talk to the junior high teacher or the high school teacher. Go ahead. It's your kid. You can. It's all right. And teachers, if you're watching this, communicate. Keep trying. If they don't answer the phone, keep trying. Email. Do whatever you can. Make a home visit. Whatever you can, if you see a change in a child's behavior, because a change is a sign that something's going on. Let's pull everybody together and let's look into what's happening so that we can stop and prevent a loss of a life, because it's so important to do so. Now, my friend Erica, 54 years old, she died on the evening of her father's funeral. She sang at her father's funeral, did a little ministry during that funeral, went back to the home, shared some time with family, looking at pictures, and then had a heart attack and she passed. And I know that she's celebrating life in heaven with her mother and her father and relatives. And her child is going to always be surrounded by people who will support and lift him up as well. And she was a mother of an adopted child, and she always praised the birth mom for giving her the gift of motherhood. And so I want to praise all of the mothers that are out there that make that choice to allow other mothers who are unable to have a child to have a child. And what a great gift that is. And I want to make sure that we all work together to save all of our children, because they are so, so important. And Erica worked very hard to be an advocate for children. And I praised her all the time for all that she did. And I continue to do that as well, because children are so important to all of us. And I'm still saddened by the loss of her life, but I know that she's happy, and I'm happy for her. But we can still grieve, and we do have a season to be sad, and it will last for just a little while, and then we must carry on. But please look for those signs of depression and changes of behavior with our children. The statistics are really high for our youth in suicide. And if we are monitoring and watching and listening, and especially listening to things that are not said, it's so important. Kids don't always tell us everything. And so we need to always try to make sure we're watching and looking and monitoring and talking and communicating with our kids on a daily basis. So for this Solutions Saturday, I want to share with you that I'm going to put on my website some tips for watching and monitoring for depression. So I hope you check it out. Thank you so much.